saying, invention is the mother of necessity, rings true for this tech company whose audacious goal is to fight malaria in Africa using artificial intelligence. While majority of African countries, including Nigeria, continue to battle with the deadly malaria, technology just may offer an innovative solution. Zzapp, an Israeli tech company, has risen to the challenge of eradicating malaria. In this report, we consider how an Israeli tech company is leading the way to leverage artificial intelligence to eradicate malaria in Africa. Please do click to subscribe to exciting videos and drop your comments in the comment section. Malaria is a life-threatening disease caused by parasites that are transmitted to people through the bites of the infected female Anopheles mosquito. It is preventable and curable. A child dies of malaria every 2 minutes, and more than 400,000 people die of malaria every year. According to the World Health Organization, Africa accounts for 94% of malaria cases and deaths. Every year, United Nations and World Health Organizations donate funds to fight against this preventable and treatable scourge. They are not alone. An Israeli tech company, Zzapp, has joined in the fight against this deadly enemy. Zzapp Malaria makes use of artificial intelligence to identify malaria-bearing mosquito hotspots in Africa. We speak with the Vice President of Partnerships, Ben Aharon, to tell us more about this app.
We are an app that makes it possible to eradicate malaria. Our goal is the complete elimination of malaria, and what we do is we work with governments, NGOs, anybody really who wants to eliminate malaria, and we help them manage the operation, predict what the mosquitoes will be, and make it possible to make malaria a thing of the past. We have been tested in Ghana, in Kenya, in Tanzania, and we hope to embark on a few more trials soon. Basically, what we do is we help locate, malaria is caused by mosquitoes. Mosquitoes breed in water sources. The most effective way to treat malaria is to get rid of the mosquitoes. No mosquitoes, no malaria. Problem solved. What we're good at is finding the water sources. And our trial in Ghana has shown that with our app versus without the app, people find more than twice the amount of water sources. And if you find all of the water sources and you treat them, there's no more mosquitoes. Basically, complete eradication of malaria is possible if you find 90% of water sources around any area. And we make that possible. So it's super effective. So basically what the system does is it collects information from satellites, then it identifies the houses. So it can smartly identify where each house is on the map. And then it also uses topographical data, weather data, and a variety of algorithms that are based on previous operations to predict where more water sources would be found. Then it divides the whole area into 10 meter by 10 meter squares and sends employees to the field to look for the water sources. So for example, if right now you want to do this anywhere in Nigeria, you need to send people out and tell them, go look for water sources. There's no system here. This creates a grid and says, look, in this square, you're much more likely to find water sources. In this square, you're less likely. So it helps you do almost complete coverage of the whole area. And by that, make sure you're not missing a single water source and kill all the mosquitoes. We provide the technology and we train them. That's correct. But the people who hire are the local Ministry of Health, the municipality, various factories. So in Ghana, for example, we're working with a gold mine that wants to protect the community around it. In Kenya, it was a municipality. It really depends. Basically, whoever is in charge of controlling malaria, that's who we work with. They hire the people, we provide the technology and the training. So we are working, yes, that's basically my job in the company, is to approach those people and try to do it. Because look, at the end of the day, I'm Israeli. Right now, I'm talking to you from Israel. Usually I'm based in Ghana, actually, but right now I'm in Israel. And we had malaria. Italy had malaria, Greece had malaria, Egypt had malaria. None of us have malaria anymore. I hear the stories from my grandparents, so it's possible. What needs to happen is the paradigm shift. Right now, the shift says you can't really find all the water sources and you can't really kill all the mosquitoes, so we should do mitigation. We should do mosquito nets. We should do IRS. IRS stands for internal residual spraying. It's when a house gets sprayed and the paint of the house is deadly to mosquitoes. So if a mosquito bites you and then lands on the wall, it dies. So those are the methods. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to separate between the mosquito and the human. What we're trying to do is to shift the paradigm into no mosquitoes. And that's how it was eradicated. So if you ask how it was done in Israel, we have eradicated the species of mosquito that spreads malaria. The Anopheles mosquito, we don't have it anymore. And that's the only way to beat this. So we're looking for partnerships, but this requires a paradigm change from controlling to eliminating. And yeah, I mean, it's a challenge because people prefer to do what they are used to. But we're getting more and more partnerships from, we're getting interest from ministers of health, we're getting interest from private organizations who want to protect their employees and the communities around them. I'm not yet allowed to tell, but we're going to run a pilot in a whole country, a small country on an island, and try to completely free the island from malaria. So it's changing, but it's an uphill battle. We definitely want to go to Nigeria, but like you said, we need a partner, whether it's a state government or the Ministry of Health. We would love to come. Right now, to be honest, we don't have any contracts. We want to challenge them. Hey, like if you want to get rid of malaria, give us a shot. Try us in one district, try us in one city, see how it works. And I'm sure it will be convincing. Because look, like right now, we're all in the midst of the COVID pandemic. And we've shown that if you dedicated resources to a disease, you can beat it in a short amount of time. So in a year, we have a vaccine, right? It's an issue of throwing resources and throwing the best minds at a problem, and it's solvable.
Although the World Health Organization has declared 38 countries malaria-free since 1955, the fight against malaria is an ongoing battle, as malaria-carrying mosquitoes have become resistant to drugs and insecticides and bed nets that protect people from being bitten while sleeping. The vision of making Africa a malaria-free continent is achievable, but only if we all work together with effective healthcare systems and, of course, input from technology. Please click to subscribe and drop your comments on what you think about using artificial intelligence to combat the deadly malaria.